All right, good morning. The first trading day of the new year. And there's some interesting stuff to take a look at. See if we can't get a win on the first day of the new year here. Good morning, One Life. It's a new year and I still can't draw a line straight, but hey, that's alright. See, OCGN went on a massive run pre-market. Not doing much now. See, Merritt Riot kind of selling off. Bitcoin had a little bit of a sell-off in the middle of the night. You done trading? Hit your goal? What'd you trade, One Life? I'm still trying to kind of get my watch list here together. NIO. Yeah, I saw NIO was moving this morning. This is a little bit interesting. It starts to break back over one. That's got some resistance at 105 though. Quite a bit of resistance ahead of that. BTBT making a nice move so far. OCGN creeping up to this downtrend right at the moment. Whoops, I just deleted my downtrend. See, they received AUA for its COVID Covaxin in India. So that could get a little attention. LAC. A bit of a flag here on LAC. No, yeah, that's interesting. No PR on it though. Good morning, Daniel B. Yeah, BNGO. Definitely want to keep on watch at the moment, but it is way up here on the chart, so if it does start to pop, I don't know how much more it's got. A lot of selling on OCGN. See, ANTE. They've got an investment agreement. It's just kind of a weird looking chart. That's the only thing on this 5 minutes. A little wonky. Oh, look at that. Aurora Cannabis on the top gainer list. Ooh, wow. Cannabis stocks getting, apparently, well, at least Aurora is, but I'm sure if Aurora is moving, probably Some of the other ones are moving. Let's look at Kron and see if... Yeah, oh yeah, look at that. Kron with a major shoot up there. 50-cent move. Good morning, Dan. Yeah, we got some cannabis stocks a moving today. Very interesting. Very interesting. Let's see. Just want to keep an eye on OCGN. Make sure it's not... and start breaking this downtrend. But let's go pop over here to my US pot stock list and see what we got. We got Kron there. RMS, a little slow pop. MO. Yeah, so Kron and Aurora are the only ones so far I'm seeing that are making a pop move. PNG possibly coming back up to these highs. I'm gonna go ahead and throw ACB and Kron on the watch list, but they're going straight up right at the moment, so I don't really want to touch them yet. I could see some bit of a pullback. See, BNGO's getting close to maybe breaking out again. What does this look like on the 15? Oh, we got a nice trend line on the 15 there. Oh, I'm looking way back here. Well, still there is a trend line, but I'm looking at this 15, I don't think it's going to break this time. I think it's going to have to come back down one more time and then curl over. It could break this time. Nah. No. Planet 13 run, let's check. It's a OTC, so no, it's not doing too much right now. Yeah, see on the 15-minute Kron and Aurora is just going straight up. So let's go through the scanner real quick, see if there's anything interesting here. Not really. Let's see, V-Ray. Okay. So I'm not seeing that many opportunities. Let's see, SNS just popped out of nowhere. Doesn't even have 1,000,000 in volume, but I'm going to put it on the watch list in case it does start getting volume. I mean, it's almost got 1,000,000. EVG, that's another one going straight up. Even if BNGO breaks above that 560, I don't know how much more it can run. I mean, it's above all indicators and above all resistance, so it could run pretty hard, or it could sell off right after it hits a new high. ANTE is getting, in this 15-minute chart, it's kind of getting squeezed a little bit. Kind of got this wedge going on here. This actually has pretty decent PR. Oh, my 1 minute shrink. There we go. A lot of resistance at 350 on this. See, BNGO is coming up to the top there. So that possible, getting close to possibly making a new high. If it starts to break 450 or 350, I may hop in here. Let's see, what do we got? How much time we got? A little pullback there. This thing's very low float, so if it starts, I mean, it's you can see in this wedge, the bottom back here is at 237 and the top was at 388. So if it starts getting big volume, it could rip very hard, but it could also crack down pretty hard. Let me see this on the 5 minute. Let's see where this 5-minute candle closes at. Oh, I'm in the 30-minute. What the hell am I doing? Here we go. Thought that looked strange. Sorry, that's why I was quiet for a second. I was confused. I thought I put it on the 5-minute, but I put it on the 30-minute. Now I feel stupid, but that's alright. NIL's getting ready to do what? That sounds dirty. I don't know how I feel about that. Burb the worm? What does that mean? Never heard that before. I don't even know what burb means. Unless you're talking about like the suburbs, but that wouldn't make any sense in that context, so I don't know what you mean by that one, Life. It's getting ready to burb the worm. Burb the worm. Interesting. $3.23. Burp the worm. That's a weird saying. That is a weird saying. Yeah, look at there. It's burping the worm. Okay. Looks like BNGO might start to break out here. Nice little consolidation built up right below that 560 area. I don't really have any good news. They just published a study. Let's see, wait a minute. Hold on. ANTE getting a little... a little interesting. That 350 is a lot of resistance. I'm gonna go here. It's gonna test 350. Let's see if it can break. Ooh, big seller just came in there on 350, so that might not break. Yeah, that is a big seller. See, where's the... See, that's at 327. This may pull back down to that 327. I don't know if I want to hold it down that long, though. Let's see, 336. I'm going to put a stop loss at 333 in case it turns around all of a sudden. See if it can push back up and test 350 one more time. It's got to get through that 350 with that big seller sitting there. See, the 9 EMA is trying to hold up on the 1 minute at 340 area. As long as it can stay above 340, come up and test that 350. Oh, let's see. Yeah, oh yeah, we broke through 350. All right, let's see if this guy starts getting going or not. Oh, there's that big seller back there at 350 again. I thought he was out of there. We popped over 350 for a second. That big seller's a problem. See, that 1 minute candle pushed right back below 350, so I need to see that get back above. You need to see increasing volume here. We need to see this 5 minute volume bar start pushing up. Pushing up green. I'll make it stopped out here. Real close to my stop loss, getting real close. Yeah, I got stopped out there, so that 350 held up strong. That damn seller sitting there. That came right back down to the 5 minute. I was debating pulling my stop loss down below that, but I didn't want to lose much more on that. This still could break out. It's not. Whoops. It's not quite done in this triangle yet. It is definitely a little choppy. I'm going to come back to it though in a second. Okay, so you can see there, BNGO did get rejected that time. NIL slowly pushing up. See that 5 minute. This may come back down. To the trend line. If it comes back down to the trend line, see what it look like on the 15. Yeah, even it, I mean, now is breaking that. Looks pretty good. But it'd have to really run for me to make any money, and it's not moving that fast. I want to see if I can get a decent entry on SNS selling off on ANTE. I still think ANTE's got some potential, even though I took a small loss on it right away. See Gene popping up a little bit. Well, this is one of them crazy halt fests and Insignia Systems. I'll take SNS off. It's not doing anything. It's like Crown found a bit of a ceiling, and Royal too. Both same exact pattern. See OCGN. Yeah, OCGN coming up to this downtrend. May do a trend reversal, but the 5-minute, or that's the 15-minute EMA is up at 340, but right there, okay. Really needs to break over 330, 325, 330. It's got a lot of resistance in that area.
I'll give ANTE a few minutes here to see if it's gonna start moving. Or if it, actually to see if it's gonna hold up. Okay, so that's what I was waiting on, to see if it's gonna drop down to the trend line. Now I want to see if that trend line holds up. So the trend line cracks and it's over with, but the trend line holds up and it can start curling back up one last time to try to start testing. Still be interesting. It is a little choppy though. BNGO still impossible breakout range. OCGN still getting hung up. Let's see here. We got 2 minutes on this 5-minute candle. This 5-minute candle is what I'm waiting on to close. See, BNGO may be getting ready. Maybe getting ready for a breakout here. It has gotten rejected several times in that area. My only concern on BNGO is this the trend line is way down here. So if it doesn't break here soon, it's going to sell off back to the trend line. See how this closes. This looks like this is going to hold up the trend line, and it did so far. Not much buying volume though. Oh, CGM with a big seller stacking on the ask. Yeah, there's not a lot of, the volume's dying off quite a bit on it too.
And that's what my concern with ANTE is volume's getting real light. Of course, it's getting to a testing point of the support. So that's why I kind of want to see if it's going to hold up there. BNGO still got pretty consistent volume here. A lot of selling at 443. BNGO is just not the best setup. What do we got here? We'll pop on this guy. No more volume. Is that ISIG unhalted? Yeah, it's unhalted and got halted on the way up again. SLRX is above all indicators. Last time it was over $1.05. It did make a decent little move. I'm gonna put that on the watch list in case we get a little pump. Nothing there. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, OCGN looks like it's probably done. NGL is still in sketchy territory, but ANT actually looking like it may hold up here. Only got 2-3 minutes left. See, did this ever do anything? No, it looks like a barcode. I'm gonna take it off. LAC not doing anything. On a little pullback there. An ISIG ripping again, almost getting halted. It's a wild stock right there. Crazy. God, look at that spread. That's $1 spread. I ain't touching that. That's insane. And now it's getting brought back down. Getting halted on the downside. So we got a minute left here. ANTE. Look at the 15 real quick. Yeah. OCGN's looking a little sketchy at the moment. I mean, it's very, very light volume. It is trying to break the downtrend, but the volume is super light. And I believe Dan has noticed some manipulation looking stuff going on with it.
I'm gonna go. Ooh, started popping a little quicker than I expected. I was trying to get in under 325, but this started popping up as soon as I hit buy. So we'll see what happens here. See if this boy can make his way back up to the top of the trend line or the top of the downtrend or not. 308 is where that is at. Yep, no problem. Let's see if this guy can continue to climb here or not. See if I can get my revenge on it. I'm not actually revenge trading. I still think this has potential. But this is a lot better entry than my original entry, so if it climbs up to the top of the trend line again, and then still, I mean, that's a 50-cent gain by itself there. And if it breaks the trend line, then it could really get going and it could end up being a big gain. So we'll see. Could also at this point turn back around and dump out of the bottom of this uptrend as well. See, BMGO is coming up. Oh, BMGO is about to get that break. Yep, there it goes. Very nice. 20-cent break above high today there, all the way up to 580. Looks like, oh, it's still going, yeah, still breaking there. That's probably going to take attention away from ANTE, so I may end up taking another hit on ANTE because I was kind of back and forth between those two. Nice rip, nice rip. Looks like it's trying to push over 590 to get to 6, but it may have to pull back first. Or maybe not. No. Looks like it's going to try for 6 here. Volume steadily increasing. Hold on a second, guys. I got a phone call. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So BNGO did get up to 6. I see here. Let's see, where's ANTE at? ANTE is still slowly creeping its way up. Slowly creeping. Do not listen to One Life. It's definitely not Robin Hood. Don't tell him that. Robin Hood is the worst. What's wrong with you, One Life? The one I'm using, Thinkorswim. Oh, you're in the UK. You can't use Thinkorswim, I'm pretty sure. I think, if I remember correctly, because I've had UK people ask me before, I think TradeStation was the best option you guys got. But I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't specifically remember, but I think it's TradeStation. If y'all could use Thinkorswim, you'd be a lot better off, but unfortunately, I don't think you can. UK's kind of got some wonky rules with their brokers, which I'm not knocking the UK, because America, we had the PDT rule, which is the dumbest rule in the universe. Pretty much the dumbest thing that I've ever heard of in my life. Interactive brokers. I think that's it. Maybe it's not TradeStation. I think it's interactive brokers. I think Mark is correct. PDT is not a smart rule. It's a terrible rule. All PDT does is keep the little guys down. That's pretty much it. It just keeps the little guys down. That's all it's for. Okay, you're right about that, Mark, because PDT rule applies to margin accounts, but here's my problem with it. It's not the margin part. It's the cash account part where it takes 2 days to settle, or a day to settle, 24 hours for your cash to settle. That's indirectly because of the PDT rule. There's no reason why whatsoever in this day and age that it should take a day for your funds to settle to be able to trade. Let's see. This is creeping back up to that 350 area. Let's see if it can break. That's where we've struggled at every time. So let's see if it can break this time. See, we got a little selling right below 350. Got to get those guys out of there. Still getting hung up there. Nice job swinging Mara. That was a good idea with Bitcoin going up like it was. BNGO all the way up to 640. Normally it's Daniel B talking trash to me, but today it's One Life. You can call me a novice trader, that's fine. I don't claim to be a guru or anything, so. Just have multiple years of experience. That's it. They are a tag team, man, that's for sure. Yeah, I know. Well, you know, I kind of expected you to get on the trash talking here today. I'm wondering if this trend. I think the adjusted trend line actually is right here. I think it's at that 350 mark. I had it above that wick, but it looks more like this. You can see it's starting to come down some, but we're getting squeezed pretty tight. So very soon, this is either going to break out or it's going to drop. It's a little concerning that last time it didn't even test 350, but we'll see if it can come back up. New buyers are still slowly pushing in. Let's see what do you got? 20 seconds on this candle left. This 5-minute candle. So if that closes above the 9, we should be seeing another test of 350 here soon. What is going on? My Thinkorswim's acting wonky. My level 2 is. Let's see, what the hell is going on here? So you see that big seller still sitting at 350. But we got a big buyer just came in at 348. We might actually get through here. Yeah, that big seller's getting taken out. He is getting slowly taken out. There we go. Let's see, where we got after that? So 360 is a little bit of resistance. And then 375. I don't think 360 will be strong enough to worry about. So I'm going to move this. And I'm going to get ready to lock in something. Let's see, 360 right here. Let's see if it breaks down. That's breaking down. There we go, up to 370. 370's breaking down. Very nice. We're getting a decent little breakout here. Here we go. Let's go. See if this thing really starts getting crazy or not. Boom, up to 385. I'm going to lock it out. I'm going to lock it out in this 375 area. So I turn my loss into a win. I am green for the first day of the year. That's a nasty drop down. That's why I locked out there, because yeah, this is a nasty little drop. But I was, my original trade, I lost $15 on this. So I made my $15 back that I lost, and I made $8.50. But altogether, that was about, let's see, what I got in at, like 320 something. So that was about a 60-cent move that I was able to get out of that. So, very nice. Very nice. 60-cent move, first day of the year. I don't know why everybody's expecting NIO to get so crazy. That's why I didn't really want to touch it. But BNGO was the big rip, though. Look at this. All the way up to 685. Oh, yeah, I know. I see it pulling back. I see it. It's having a nice pullback. But I wasn't gonna hold this longer than. That's why I looked at that resistance. 360 was resistance, and then this guy right here, 375, looked like some pretty strong resistance, or it seemed like it would be. So that's why I locked it out there. As soon as it couldn't break over 3, as soon as it didn't even touch the high a day, that's when I had to get out. The SPY's tanking. Ooh. I knew this was going to happen. I was just talking to some people last night and saying I think the SPY is going to dump tomorrow. Not like not claiming to be like I'm right or an expert or anything, but I just had like with crypto and everything going on. Look at this drop, man. This is a nasty drop. This is a nasty, nasty drop on the SPY. Yeah, my whole portfolio is turning red here. Besides my cryptos. I don't know if this is going to continue or not. This drop, I'm not. There's a lot of factors that could be causing this drop. Long overdue. Listen, guys. Okay, it's a new year. I'm gonna try my best not to be stupid this year with my trading, because the last couple of weeks of my trade, well, actually, I'll say probably the last month of my trading, December, was just awful, just dumb trading, and not like I was losing every single trade. I'd be up in a lot of trades and then I wouldn't sell. So, I'm not doing that anymore. Well, yeah, I have a trading plan. What's your question, Gran? Which one would be good to buy since it's dropping? What do you mean? What do you mean? Are you talking about the SPY dropping? What should you buy against the SPY? I mean, this could be a little pullback. This doesn't mean that the market's going to completely crash or anything. This is a big sell-off, but you know, we had this little candle here on this day was just as big as a sell-off, or actually bigger. So it doesn't mean the it doesn't mean the stock market's gonna crash completely. It's just a pretty gross pullback right there. Yes, One Life is right. It's not investing advice, but I will address your question. So I don't know exactly what you're asking anyway. That's what I was trying to find out. But I would say the reason why ANTE didn't break out as much is because BNGO went on this massive solar mining machine. Do you mean like crypto mining? Look at this run on BNGO. What a nasty run. Could have made some real nice money on this one. But that's the thing. When you got two different, I was kind of focused on ANTE, but I was watching BNGO too, so it's kind of a back and forth there. Daniel B., if you don't know what crypto mining is, you have no idea what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure you don't know what crypto mining is. You've been trash talking me about crypto for the whole entire weekend in the group chat, so I know you don't know what you're talking about with mining. But anyway, to answer your question, Grant, here's what you want to know about investing. You don't want to be asking people in YouTube live streams what to buy. That right there is your first mistake. That is going to get you into so much trouble in the future. So learn from this right this moment. Don't do that anymore. Now, what you want to do is you want to start doing some research. So yeah, I mean, you can read a book. There's plenty of stuff out there. If you don't know how to research, if you go into the Ben Stock Reviews playlist, I've did several different reviews of stocks where I show some of my process on how to research stocks, at some of the stuff I look at, so you can go and check that out too. There's definitely some good books out there. Yeah, and you can do that too, but you don't want to be asking people what you're buying or selling. That is the biggest mistake that new traders make, and it always ends up biting them in the ass. And what usually happens is they go into a live stream, or they go to Stock Twits, or they go to Robinhood forums or Weeblehood forums, and they start asking people what to buy, and people will sit there. Like, you have to realize the stock market is nothing but people, and people are crazy. People are crazy, and people are stupid. So, and that's not all people, but 80% of traders in the stock market fail. So if you're asking random people, your chances of asking somebody who's failing at the stock market is 80%. So you only have a 20% chance of getting actual real advice from somebody in the stock market who has any of experience. So you don't want to be doing that, because you'll talk to some other trader who'll claim they've got like 2 years experience or whatever, and they're like, "Yo, you gotta buy this. This is gonna rip to the moon. You gotta jump in it now. You gotta go all in." And then you do that, and you have no idea why you bought into the stock, and then the stock crashes, and then you think the stock market is a scam and a hoodoo. This is what happens to many people. I see it over and over again. So you don't want to do that. You want to know why you are buying and selling a stock yourself. If you don't know why you are buying or selling a stock, then you shouldn't be buying or selling. Yeah, there's a lot of propaganda. I mean, NIO, One Life was talking about NIO earlier for a day trade. He wasn't talking about it for a long term hold. But NIO, listen, here's the thing with NIO. NIO is one of the EV stocks. The EV stocks had a hot year. And the thing you got to keep in mind for long term for EV stocks like NIO, there's a lot of competition. First, it was just Tesla. And then you slowly started getting some other competition like NIO. And then and then Solo, and then there's a couple other ones that started coming in. But now you have bigger companies who are in the automobile industry starting to do EV. Ford is putting out a Mach something Mustang. That's the first all electric Mustang. A lot of people like Mustangs. So that's going to be some competition for a lot of these newer companies, because it's Ford. And then also, I think like Jetta and probably Nissan and Honda, they're all probably going to be doing electric cars soon too. So that's something you got to keep in mind. Like, the competition's going to get real big. So NIO might be moving now, but over the long term, it could get bought out, or it could get destroyed. Hey, listen, I'm from Tennessee, DB. The hillbillies, we do love some Mustangs, so you ain't wrong there. But Mustang has that, what do you call it? It has that nostalgia around it, because it's been a sport car that's kind of been around for a long time. That, people's grandfathers liked it and their fathers liked. Usually, like, if you like a Mustang, it's because everybody in your family before you liked Mustangs, and you just grew up thinking Mustangs were the best car. So there's a lot of people like that, and yeah, a lot of them are in the South. But that is, pretty accurate. So you're gonna see. My point of all that was there's gonna be more competition for these. Yeah, it's an iconic brand. There you go. There we go. One Life phrased it the way I was trying to think of how to phrase it. It is an iconic brand, exactly. So you're gonna start having iconic brands competing with these other companies. Plus, you still got Tesla. So, you know, if you don't believe the hype on NIO or you don't like NIO, don't buy it. Screw what everybody else thinks. There's other stocks out there. There's plenty of other stocks. The biggest thing about investing is other people will tell you things. They'll tell you, no, that's crazy. They'll tell you, no, don't do that, don't do this. But it's up to you. You're the one buying and selling. It's your money. So you figure out why you're buying and selling a stock, and if you like a stock, then do it. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. People have told me I'm crazy and over again, but you know, the biggest investors become the biggest investors because they don't follow anybody else. You know, they take their own path. And every person's different, so yeah, well, I mean, EV was last year, but it still could continue on. I mean, it's not like the EV industry is going to go backwards. Especially with the Great Reset stuff from the World Economic Forum. They're wanting to make every company commit to going green. So, you know, we could see a rise in EVs. And Joe Biden has said, whether he's going to do it or not, Joe Biden has said he's going to end fracking and fossil fuels. So if that happens, then EV is going to be the new way to get around. So that's what you got to think about. It might be last year and might be done with the EV stocks, but it could be another year of EV stocks running. We don't know. This is the first trading day of the year, so there's no way to even know yet what is going to start running. We're at a place of drone transportation is the future. I saw there was a company that has a drone, a 2-seater drone that can move pretty fast. They're working on it. So you may be right, Daniel B. You're probably joking, but you may be right. Yeah, right now crypto's really hot, so crypto's probably going to be pretty hot for a little while until Bitcoin finally turns around. The Bitcoin last night, I woke up in the middle of the night like I usually do for no reason whatsoever. And I checked my phone and looked at the crypto prices, and Bitcoin took a huge dip. There was like 70 billion, I think, in market cap that got dropped in the middle of the night, but it's come back up since that happened. But that just shows you how quick on those cryptos that things can turn around. Daniel B is not always right. But if you want to think that, buddy, you go right ahead. Whatever you need to stroke your ego. Let's see. Did the SPY start rebounding yet? Looks like it did. Yeah, so a little bounce on the SPY there, but that was a nasty sell-off. Pretty much straight down. Well, I guess it wasn't so much straight down. The 1 minute, it's more stretched out, but still, it's a pretty steep sell off. Looks like it may drop again. It's starting to curl over here. Could see that drop again. Yeah, OCGN never doing anything. The BNGO pretty much stole the show today. Yeah, BNGO is consolidating again right here. It may be getting ready to make another move. You got this little triangle forming there on the 5 minute. If it breaks over 7 again, then it's probably going to move up some more. But if it cracks the bottom of this little triangle here, then it's probably going to drop back down to like 650, maybe even lower. Maybe even 6. Possibly. But I'm out of funds for today. After my 2 trades on ANTE. So I'm going to call it a day here soon. We'll get a stream about 10-15 more minutes here. If anybody has any questions, suggestions, or concerns, get those in. And if you guys did not see the... Okay, so yeah, BNGO cracking there, so that's going to come back down. If you did not see the post that I posted last night in the community tab, I do have a apparel store for entrepreneurial apparel. And there's a few items in there right now. I'm going to be continuing to add stuff to that store. No pressure to buy anything. But if you find something in there that looks cool, that you like, then feel free. And it's a way you can support the channel. But you know about it, and you don't have to do that. But it's got some high quality t-shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs if you drink your coffee in the morning, all that stuff. So you can go check that out. You bought the Daniel B. Hates Crypto shirt. I should make that a shirt and put it in there. Just take a picture of angry Daniel B. and him with an axe to a Bitcoin. That'd be pretty funny. When will be the next webinar? For what? Webinar for what? Crypto? When will be part 2 of my crypto journey? I don't know if that's what you're asking or not, but hopefully soon. I'm trying to figure out a good crypto broker to use for day trading crypto. And there's not a lot of good options for the US. That's not this channel, DB. We don't do unusual sex activity webinars here. I keep telling you guys, this is a channel of learning doctors. A channel of learning doctors, no nonsense. Yeah, that's coming tomorrow. Tomorrow's stream, I'll promote my OnlyFans for you guys. I know Daniel B will be first to sign up for that. He's always wanting to see me on camera. Well, yeah, you definitely were mixed up, because I don't claim to be a guru. You're thinking of Guru Pika or I try. What was Mike Myers' name in that movie, the Guru movie? I remember the one's name was Guru Pika, I think, but that was like the master. What was Mike Myers? The one where he's always saying Mariska Hargitay. That's an old reference, and if you don't watch comedy movies, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. I can't even remember the name of the movie. I just remember it was Mike Myers dressed up like a crazy guru, and he always said Mariska Hargitay to everybody. Whatever happened to Mike Myers, man? He did Shrek, and I guess he just retired. Like, I thought all the Austin Powers movies was hilarious. That Guru movie was hilarious. All right, nobody knows. No comedy fans in here today. Good to know. So there's the big sell-off coming on BNGO, so it's pretty much done. Let's take one more peek at the SPY. Yeah, it kind of looks like it may take a little dump. Another little dump here soon. It's trying to hold up, but I don't know if it will or not. Boy, that was a trap right there, though. See, Kron slowly creeping back up. Got some consolidation going on here. Wait a minute. What am I reading here? Pull this up. 492,000 cannabis arrest records expunged early. Oh, that was in Illinois. And he also pardoned 10,000 people. Interesting. Well, good for those people. I personally do not think marijuana should be illegal. And anybody who got charged with minor possessions and stupid stuff like that should get their records expunged of that, because it shouldn't have been illegal in the first place. Alcohol is way worse. Way, way, way worse. And it's just kind of got the same pattern on Aurora that you do on Kron. BTWN. So I don't have a lot to look at here because this is a newer IPO. It looks like it's IPO'd on the 7th of December. But right now, Big downtrend. Big old downtrend. So it's a SPAC. Oh, okay. So the CEO of PLTR, which One Life has been talking about forever, is also the co-founder. Or no, he's the co-founder of PLTR, but he helped launch this BTWN. And then Tokopedia is rumored to merger with BTWN. So I don't know. There's some interesting rumors and stuff around this company, but it's a new company. You really have nothing to go off of. I mean, and right now it's in this big downtrend. So it's pretty much just pure speculation at this point. When I analyze, like I said, you can go into the stock review playlist on the channel after the stream here, and you can see some pretty in depth. Well, they're sort of in depth, but you can see some of the stuff I look at. But it depends on what I'm looking for. So if I'm looking for long term, I'm looking for companies that have stable and growing revenues and very little debt, or at least less debt than half of what their income is. And as far as chart patterns, I want the chart patterns to look something like this, where you have this constant climb up over a span of 10, 20 years. Of course, IIPR is only a 4-year-old company, but you can see it there. They've been slowly climbing up. But you want companies that have free cash flow and not a lot of debt. There's several different things to look at long term. You want to see what their plans are, because a company can be looking good like this, and then they can just turn around and all of a sudden, if they don't have any plans, they're just gonna be trash. Yeah, it depends on exactly what you're looking for. It depends on the industry. But the main thing is you want for long-term investments, you just want companies that are run right. You don't want companies that are way more in debt than they are, and then they have cash laying around, like airline companies and stuff that the government has to bail out. That's not what you want. You don't want trash companies that are just being run into the ground with debt and debt and debt. You want companies that have very little debt, or at least way more assets than they do have in debt. And free cash flow. Companies with free cash flow growing revenues. If you're looking for dividend stocks, you want to see consistent dividends paid out. Like, I think Intel paid all their dividends this year, even through the pandemic. Yeah, so you see here at Intel, you've got consistent dividend payments. And they're consistently growing. So you got the price consistently going up, you got the dividends consistently growing and consistently being paid out, even during this year when we had COVID. We still, Intel still paid out all 4 of its dividend payments. CTY did get a little pop there. I'm not saying go buy Intel, because Intel didn't do anything this year other than like it kind of got beat out by AMD, but it did consistently pay its dividends. But right now it's in a downtrend on the daily chart. I was just using it as an example because I know they paid out their dividends, because I have a little bit of Intel in my portfolio. But yeah, depends on what you're looking for long term, and then swing trading is a whole nother different thing. But still, even if you're swing trading, you really want to be swing trading good companies and not trash penny stocks. I mean, there is money to be made off of some of these penny stocks swinging, but they're going to be a lot more sketchier than a solid company. So, I want to check this one stock now that we're talking about stocks. No, that's not it. What is this stock? There's a coal stock that I'm interested in. That's it, CCNC. So it's at 182. But the reason why I'm interested in coal right at the moment is because coal stocks have dropped in price quite a bit. All of them are down. But you need coal to make steel. So I just keep thinking maybe if everything keeps going the rate it's going, we might get, especially with this pullback now in the SPY, we might get a rotation from the growth stocks to value stocks. But this coal stock has been consolidating for a while now, sideways. And right before that consolidation, it had ripped all the way from 80 cents to 410 in that 2-day period. So this is just something I'm keeping an eye on. But I think like the all 2020, the big move of the whole entire stock market was pretty much because all the ETFs are weighted by several big tech companies like Facebook, Google, Apple, all that. They weight a lot of those ETFs. So they pretty much by themselves pushed the whole market up last year. And we may have a rotation to where the value, with the economy possibly opening back up soon, full blast, with all these vaccines and all this other stuff, we possibly could see some of these value stocks like coal and farming and consumer goods, restaurants, that stuff. We could see them start to come back up, because pretty much all of those are still pretty down from last year. Ooh, that's a bloody market. Now, I also, beside everybody was talking about crypto this weekend, but gold, and you can see right here, NAM gapping up. Gold and silver had a jump this weekend as well. So it's not just crypto, and this is kind of what I've been talking about the last month or whatever, about this great reset and all this inflation, all this money printing, that assets are going to probably start going up, and we see cryptos ripping and gold and silver. I can't remember what the chart is for gold, but this is a gold mining company, and you can see they had a big gap up over the weekend. Whoops. And then you see there, same thing, another gold mining company, and they've got a jump up. AU, yeah, see there, another gold company, big gap up. Looks like pretty much a lot of these gold stocks have popped up. So as long as that money printer is going, as long as it's chunking out the money, the fiat garbage currency, then the purchasing value of your dollar goes down and assets go up. So 2021 is pretty much the whole year after 2020. This year is going to be a year of speculation, but you can see kind of already, and let's see, let me go back to the SPY here. You can see kind of already where, I was talking about this last week, where the volume on the stock market, on the SPY ETF, that's kind of the whole stock market, the volume at last week was way lower than any time the rest of the year. See right there, volume was around, you had a couple little spikes up, but majority of that week, volume was extremely lower. And then that was going into New Year's. And then over the weekend, over the New Year holiday, we see crypto, gold, and silver all spiking. And then today we have the SPY dropping. So there's some money being moved around, big money that is being moved around. You're trading pig futures? Listen, bacon is, that's a commodity. Bacon is a commodity. I don't know what I would do without bacon. To me, bacon's more valuable than anything. You gotta have bacon. Supposedly there's a study done on bacon that shows it kind of enacts the same endorphins in your brain that heroin enacts, or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a brain scientist, so. Yeah. Well, so what is HE? Is this a cotton commodity? What is going on with this? Lean hog futures. Look at there. You're right. See, look. You're right. That's funny. One Life is absolutely right. Bacon is apparently an asset because it's going up as well. Lean hog futures. Oh, man, that's great. That is great. That's what I tell people, man. Invest in what you like. Whatever your interests are, there's probably some way to invest in it. Like, no matter what it is. Because that's the thing. If you're investing in stocks that you don't care anything about, like I don't care about oil. I could care less about oil stocks. A lot of investors love oil stocks, but I just don't care about it. Like I have no interest in trading oil stocks or investing in oil stocks. But there's pretty much companies out there that you can invest in for any type of interest you may have, including a lean hog future. Heating and oils. Well, that's probably up because it's winter time. Oops, what'd I do? I put a... There we go. It's kind of up, but kind of having a little sell-off here that last week. I don't know. It could rebound, though, possibly. You're going to short heating and oils? Might not be a bad short. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about shorting futures. That's a little out of my realm. I'm not that versed in futures. But I mean, it's possible you could short it if it cracks at 9 on the daily. There, it could drop all the way down that 120. There's a lot of support in that area, though. Let's see this on a max chart. See what. Heating oil futures. Yeah, this is in a downtrend all over, so you could potentially, I guess, short it. Daniel B is trading coffee futures. I'm interested. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it with that one, but I'm gonna do it with the lean hog one. What was the lean hog one? Is HE? I don't know if I can buy futures on my account because I'm not on margin or anything, but I'm gonna attempt to. I'm gonna attempt to. Well, it's $70. I don't want to buy that one. I was gonna buy one share just to see if I could buy it, but I'm not gonna put $70 in lean hog futures. Is that gold? Let's see. Let me see. Let me look up some silver. SIL. Let's see. Oops. Here we go. Here's silvers. There's SIL, which is Global X Silver Miners ETF, and you can see silver with a big gap up there, $5 gap up. I'm sorry, actually a $4 gap up. I mismathed there, but interesting. Yeah, gold and silver both got that pop over the weekend. SI is silver futures. This is a silver ETF, so I just... Okay. Gold production was down 31% from a year ago. Whole silver output fell 40% based on the year ago levels. So they're dropping. The supply of silver and gold is dropping. At least for them, That's just the one mining company, but they produce quite a bit less silver and gold. So what, silver's getting ready to break out? Well, here's the thing, and here's why I like silver and why I personally invest in silver. I have silver laying around because I like it. But all the government reserves liquidated a bunch of their silver a while back, and they never bought any back. So all the government reserves have extremely low silver reserves. So if they ever need to buy silver back up, it's going to push silver up. On daily in the next range. Yeah, it does. Okay, I see what you're saying. We have this little consolidation triangle on the silver futures contract here. And if it breaks that high at 29 at $30, then yeah, silver will probably move up to the next level. Interesting. These charts are funny. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not silver and gold and stuff. They're not like in their future contracts anyway, but they don't move like anything else, like the stock market does. It's a little different. Ooh, yeah, the SPY did take another hit. So yeah. Let's see, what is Bitcoin doing? It's a BC. Is that what it is? No, that's not it. BC. No, that's not what I wanted. Get out of here. BCX. That's what I want to see. No. I can't remember what it is. Dan, you're the one who always calls it out. Where's the what's Bitcoin's ticker on Thinkorswim? Can never remember. Okay, good. Did I already have that on my watch list? Looks like I already had silver on my watch list, and this must be gold. Yeah, here's the gold futures. So gold getting close up to its previous highs. Gold's probably going to break out to a new level too. Especially with everything going on. XL. Okay, I'll look at XL. I just want to see Bitcoin. It is BTC. BTC. So yeah, Bitcoin rebounded pretty decently. Still kind of in a downtrend, but I mean, this thing just did rip pretty hard this weekend. You know, it was a big move, but with the market dropping, I would imagine it's probably going to get a little crazy. XL Fleet. This is a Fleet IPO, it looks like. It soared because of a famed short seller said it's a buy. Why would you Why would you buy a stock that what? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? Why would you buy a stock? Why would it soar 86% because a short seller said it's a buy? Of course a short seller is going to tell you it's a buy because they're going to short the shit out of it. I'm not personally talking to you either, Inspired. I'm just talking about just in general that press release that's a funny press release to think that people would think that would be why would you listen to a shorter about buying a stock long? That is crazy. No, wait a minute. Let me see something here. What is going on? Okay, so no, I don't know what was going on with my chart there. But overall, this is a pretty big downtrend on that max chart. Let's see a 10-year. Maybe I can see that clear. Does look like you got pretty consistent dividend payments, which is always nice. And on the 10-year, it's actually on an uptrend. Downtrend overall, uptrend now. What does XL Fleet do? What's going on? Why is it only showing? This is a strange chart pattern on this stock. Let's see if I can figure out what this is about. Property, casualty, professional and specialty products to industrial, commercial, and professional firms. So they're a financial investing company? Is that what I'm getting? Insurance. So they're an insurance company. Huh. I am not familiar with insurance stock sector. It's definitely a strange chart on this thing. Had a big sell-off. That's a weird candle. So low back then was 256. Yeah, this is strange. I'm just trying to do some technical analysis, and it's just strange. Some weird moves on this thing. I mean, the consistent dividend, that's a good thing, but you want to know what their cash flow is and all that stuff, like I was saying earlier. Yeah, but if he's a famous short seller, I don't care if he does. It's a what? Where are you getting that? It's an EV fleet company. Oh, okay. What the hell was it talking about up there in this PR? Company offers electric drive systems that enhances fuel economy. Must have changed over something. I don't know. It must have used to be an insurance company and they changed over to this. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this. Let's see. They offer plug-in hybrid electric and uplift solutions. Can be installed into many gasoline and diesel fleet vehicles. So that's one of those things. Let's see. And we don't have any information on their numbers. Huh. Without having any type of numbers, I mean, I don't know anything about this company to tell you anything about it. But what you want to find out is if they're making more money than they have in debt. But because the only thing that they offer is for fossil fuel vehicles, that could be a problem because of what Biden was talking about. And I was just saying this earlier. That could be a problem because Biden was talking about doing away with fracking, and that would hurt the fossil fuel industry and pretty much destroy this company. And then I'm going to get into the conspiracy side of things, but if you guys don't believe me, that's fine. You can go look it up yourself. It's not hidden. It's out in public. Just nobody wants to actually look into it. The World Economic Forum is trying to do a great reset into a stakeholder capitalism, replacing all the shareholder capitalism in the economic systems. And in the stakeholder capitalism, one of the things they want is for all the companies to go green. So that's going to include the fossil fuel companies and car companies. So there's going to be a lot of speculation on fossil fuels probably this year. So that would be my concern right off the bat with it. So all you got to do is Google World Economic Forum Great Reset, and it'll pop right up. It's right on their website. You can read all about what they're trying to do. It's ran by Klaus Schwab. He's been around since 1940. He's a big-time billionaire, but it's a lot of governments have already committed to it. Bank of America has committed to it, along with a lot of other corporations, but you can go find all this out. I know it sounds crazy, but this is not my words. This is theirs. So you can go look it up for yourself. Like I said, just Google World Economic Forum Great Reset, and their website will pop right up, and you can read all of that stuff I just said. I mean, it is possible Trump still could win. I'm not counting out Trump at all, because Trump has shown time and time again, if you count him out, he'll punch you in the dick. So I'm not. I mean, more than likely it's going to be Biden, but it wouldn't surprise me if Trump pulled something off, honestly. But it's crazy. It's going to be an interesting year. We'll see what happens in 2 days with the election and all that. But you can go check out that World Economic Forum stuff. One Life in DB, they're like, wow, they don't want to hear it. That's what I'm saying. I've been trying to tell them they don't want to listen. But just go look for yourselves. It's not like I had to go and find the Alex Jones conspiracy website to find out all about this. I literally just went to their website, the World Economic Forum website, and it's right there. They're not hiding it. It's not, it's not something that's come from a bunch of conspiracy theorists or anything. And I did think it was conspiracy theory until I actually saw it was right there on their website. But, it is what it is. Oof, got wrecked on yeah, the fee to join the World Economic Forum is 600,000 annually. So you have to be a powerful person with a lot of money to afford 600,000 a year annually to be a part of this exclusive club. But that's all right there on their website. You can go check it out. So you had a bad day, HH Trader. I did all right. It wasn't the best day. I took a loss on ANTE, and then I ended up making my loss back and making a little profit. So I started the year off green. Well, technically I started the year off red, but I turned it around and now I'm starting off green. So not a bad day. It's not just a rich people country club. I, don't believe me. Listen, you don't. It's not. I'm not trying to get you to believe me about this great reset. That's not what I'm saying. You don't have to believe me. I don't care. It's right there on their website. They're the ones saying it. It's not me saying this stuff. It's them. It's Bank of America CEO. It's multiple governments, including the Chinese government, who's already committed to this stakeholder capitalism. Like I don't know what else to tell you. If you don't want to go look with your own eyes, and you just refuse to go look, that's you. That's your opinion. Like, that's fine. I don't care. But don't be surprised when you get bent over a barrel from this big group of high profile corporates and governments coming together and doing some crazy stuff. You read it and it's nonsense. So you're just gonna write off some of the highest profile people in the world. What they say is nonsense. I don't know. I don't know what it means, honestly. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you guys. Go look for yourself. Make your own opinions. Like One Life said, he thinks it's nonsense. But you go do the research, you'll see. It says, it's Bank of America CEO, Klaus Schwab, who's been the founder and CEO of the World Economic Forum. Bill Gates is part of the World Economic Forum. Like, the list goes on and on and on of the high profile people. You got uh, like Saudi Arabia princes and stuff that's part of it. Like, it's crazy. So I don't know what's going to happen out of it, or if it even will happen. This is their plan, but they want to do this whole stakeholder capitalism thing. Oof, nice. See, that's the thing. One Life, it's not my thoughts. This is not my thoughts. You keep thinking that it's my thoughts or my opinion on this matter. It's not. It's their thoughts and their opinions. The high profile people who have all the money and the power. It's their opinions, not mine. I don't want it to happen. I think stakeholder capitalism is a bad idea. But it is what it is. That's if the most powerful people in the world decide to change the whole system, well then that's what they're gonna do. I'm not on their love juice. It's fine. I mean, like I said, it may not even happen. But 6 months ago, I thought it was crazy conspiracy stuff too, until they're blatantly straight out telling us what they're trying to do. So at that point, it's like, well, they're trying to do this. Whether they do it or not, I don't know. What it's going to mean for the economies, I don't know. Like, this is a crazy thing. It's not like it's some normal thing that happens. But after the year of 2020, are you like being surprised at this? Is like really? You're surprised at the billionaires and stuff that are all together in their little group are talking about changing things? Like, that shouldn't be that surprising, really. But all right, you guys go check it out if you want. If you don't, you don't. It's up to you. It's your little worlds, your little happy worlds with your little happy trees and bushes, as Bob Ross would say. It might ruin your day. You might not want to see it. You might wanna not believe it. Whatever. That's everybody can do what they want. All I'm doing is just saying it's right there on the website. And go look for yourself and figure out what you think about it. It's a stock channel. It's an investment channel, and if multiple billionaires and millionaires are talking about changing the way economics work, I'm going to talk about it. So you can call it conspiracy if you want, considering it'll affect every single thing that has to do with economics. I'm going to talk about it. Like it's not like some little group of fringe millionaires or something that are together trying to do something. We're talking about the highest profile people in the world who are trying to do this. This is what they have said. It's right there in the Davos Manifesto. They updated the Davos Manifesto from like 1940 to a new version of the Davos Manifesto this past year. And they basically say, look, hold on, I'll show you guys. I'll just pull it up and show you how blatantly obvious it is. And then you guys can go look at the website if you want it yourself. And then I'm going to call it a day. Alright, so let me bring this over. I'll pop this up on the screen here. You guys can check this out. Right there. There you go. And there it is. WeForum.org Great Reset. The World Economic Forum. That is them. And you can see all the stuff. You don't see some of their partners. You don't see who's involved with this. Got partner articles or whatever. Here you go, right here. Here you go. From A to alphabetical order. Got AARP, Amazon Web Service, Amcor, American Heart Association, American Tower, AmerisourceBergen, Ackermans and Van Halen. Like, look at this. Anheuser-Busch. That's Budweiser. That's beer. American Tower is the electric company. Apple. So yeah, don't believe it. Just ignore the nonsense that's coming from literally everybody. Bloomberg, BMO Financial Group, Bank of America right there, Barclays, BBA, ByteDance, Bridgewater. We're going to keep going. You'll see who else is talking about, who's on board with this. Let's see, what do we got here? What's some other big names? China, like I said, China's on board. The bunch of China. CVS Pharmacies is on board. This is what they are saying. These are the people who are saying this, not me. Like, just because dairy management, whatever that is, the Deutsche Bank, Development Bank of Japan. Let's see, what else we got? We got a whole alphabetical list here of people. Facebook, surprise, surprise. Well, who else we got here? Who else we got? Well, who else is part of this Great Reset stuff? Google, look at there. Goldman Sachs, surprise, surprise. Well, that's the thing. Klaus Schwab put out and said that they needed Biden to win to get America on board. The only reason they can't do it is because America is the biggest country, kind of the most powerfulest country in the world, but they need America on board, and they knew Trump would never go for this. And it makes me wonder if that's what Trump kept saying by he had big enemies. But this is not just some random website, One Life. You're acting like this is a random website. This is an official, real website of the World Economic Forum. They meet in Davos every year. I'm showing you all their partners. So whether you believe it or not, that's up to you. But, this is their words, not mine. And that's what Klaus Schwab said about that Biden needed to win, okay? I didn't make this stuff up. He's the one who said it. None of this stuff came from me, from my thoughts. This is all them. This is Toyota Motor Corporation, Tokopedia. And we were just talking about Tokopedia earlier. Tyson Foods. Like it's all at Verizon. Voyager Space Holdings, Volvo, VTB Bank, Visa. Okay, so you take what Walmart. Surprise, surprise. I don't know what Exomi is. YMCA. So, all right. So that's the website. If you guys want to go look at it, it's just weforum.org, and you can go check out their Great Reset, and you see who all their partners. Our partners are creating long-lasting impact. World-class companies with strong interest in develop systematic solutions to key challenges. They are the driving force behind forum programs. So, there you go. Believe it, don't believe it, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. I'm just telling you that it's out there. It's in the ether. It's not some fringe little small groups of people who are involved. It's multiple corporations and governments and all that. And it's going to change. If they do enact this, it's going to change the economic landscape. And if something is going to change the economic landscape, then I'm going to talk about it. Because this is an economic investment type of channel. So I don't know. Guys, think what you want about it. But there it is. It's right there. You can go check it out. If you guys do more research and find out more interesting stuff, feel free to come back to the channel. I'd love to hear it. But alright guys, I'm going to call it a day. Starting the year off in the green. The right way to do it. So maybe that's a good omen for this year. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's going to be an interesting year, but I appreciate everybody joining me as always. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. We'll be back tomorrow. Until next time.